Hi everybody, I will be with you shortly. Well, I am here, but I just have a few things to do before I talk. So, let it play. It might not even be on 15 minutes, but I am here. Merry Christmas, everybody. It's time to get yourself a coffee, get yourself a doobie rolled, sit down and settle in. This is Christmas Eve, coming up to the end of the year. Another year has passed. Nothing seems to have changed. And we're still heading in that direction, aren't we? That direction that we all know where we're heading. So who have we got here? Say hello, everybody. Even you ghosters that just sit there and say nothing. We are not alone. Got a telescope, AMG? So we're nearly ready. We're nearly there. I got not seeing all the chat actually. Ah, that's better. Now I am. Oh, I don't have many people watching me anymore. That's such a shame. But it means the ones that are watching me are the right ones. So let's get into this. Let's have a look. I better get some music. Oh, Santa, hold on. Yes, I know. I don't get anywhere. All cross platforms, I'm dead. Every one of them is dead. Don't get notifications, don't get anything on Telegram. Well, Telegram's not so bad. I can't use Telegram. Because, that's a different thing altogether. But Twitter, nothing. I can post tweets and a couple of views, a couple of retweets, which is like, I don't know. I really don't know. If anyone can explain this to me, is that across every single one of my platforms, it's just like nothing. There's nothing going out, no notifications, no nothing. Morning, Nick. Is it got to the point is where I have to just shut everything down and just either A, give up, or B, start all over again? What do you do? I don't know what to do anymore. Does anyone know? Anyone know? A more internet savvy or tech savvy than I am, and I thought I was a tech savvy person. So, but clearly I'm not, and something's happening. But anyway, let's say Merry Christmas. Oh, is my mic? There we go. My mic keeps going funny for some reason. Maybe just my headphones. Anyway, let's say Happy Christmas to everybody. Nick D, like I just said, Merry Christmas. Cheeky, how are you? No one's flower. Well, I tell everyone to either A, if they're not getting notifications anymore, either A, just unsub, resub, and hit the bell again and make sure that you hit the all notifications because it all has changed. YouTube's dead. YouTube is dead. This is. I should actually put it to Rumble. It will actually eventually be onto Rumble, but it don't get uploaded until after. So I'll have to wait for that to get uploaded. But I haven't set the streaming up. It's YouTube. To me, it's dead. I'm dead in the water. Let's see what people are saying. Yeah, Nick, that's why I only see it. The algorithm obviously doesn't like my name. It has to be now. I can't put it down to anything else.
Sorry, but next time you take these off, can you not leave it in
Oh shit, I wasn't intending to. Yeah. Never mind. You didn't, cheeky. Oh, you don't seem too unhappy about it, so I take it it's a good thing. Let's say hi to all the deep state cunts watching on their yeah curved TVs in the control room. It does happen, and you know what I mean. We got to be fools to think that we're not watched and everything. Um, but it clearly does see it, right? Nothing I put out is probably any different. I don't know. It's maybe a little bit different. Maybe because I question it all. I don't know. I can't work out. I just you know. Anyway, it's Christmas. Anyway, it's Christmas. It's the worst time of the year. Did you say?
Fucking hate Christmas, sorry.
Bianca's on one today. She hates Christmas. I wouldn't use the expletive that she just put off, but she absolutely hates. Um, well, was that in the Kurdish area in Paris? Some I don't know. This is the old thing, far right, foot left, and it's I'm just fed up with it all. Left, right, fucking to me, it's all bad at each other. Nothing ever gets sorted. So fuck it. You know, I live my life, sort my own family out, and make sure we're safe or when all this shit happens. There's nothing else we can do, unless yeah. So what do you do? Is what's my thing? I seen a video of it. That he was looked like quite an old guy that ran in with the gun. Was it an old? I'm not too sure. I haven't look. I really cannot tell you any news. I don't watch mainstream media at all now. At all. Not even to get a little their take on what's going on. I don't even see that anymore. I didn't even find out about that shooting until I seen it on Telegram. This, I don't get anything mainstream anymore. I've took myself completely away off of the BBC. I don't watch it. So what's my take on it? I don't know. Everything's that look, everything happens for a reason, isn't it? Nothing just happens. Yeah? No such thing as coincidences. So if you just live your life by that and just take it, everything that happens for a reason, and there you go. That was it. That was it. It was yeah. It was the same guy who he was 69. It was the same guy who attacked a migrant camp last year. So clearly, I don't know. You know what I mean? We don't know any stories. The stories will be spun on it. Like there are stories. Look, you know, you're gonna have stories from both sides, aren't you? You know, both sides. Right, and that's all what it's all to do. Is you both sides that have the stories, right? They put it out. Fighting still happens. You still be arguing about the same subjects until the next incident happens, and then the next incident happens, and then the next incident happens, and this is what we just go through with. And then all in all, whatever happens, gonna happen anyway, isn't it? Because it's all fucking subterfuge and diversion and shit, isn't it? That's why I look at it now. That's why I took myself away. Best anyone could do. It is. I don't know. But what do I take in it on the France thing? All happens for a reason. Everything that happens, it does. I think it comes to a point, right? That I don't know. I'm in a difficult time. I'm in a dilemma. I don't know which route to take or where to turn at the moment. I'm. It's to the point is where you're. It's a weird one. It's a weird one. Um, it gets to a point is where you see too much, you question too much, and everything doesn't seem right to you anymore. Nothing. Anything that I see in this world every day, except for my surroundings around me and my immediates, I don't. Something's not right. I question it. It's got to that point where you drive yourself round the twist, and I have. It's mental. Nothing is right. You've got to question everything. It's all done so we're all fucking up each other, isn't it? Exactly. It's all done so we fuck up each other. Everything is a lie. You know, and and I can understand now, and I'm a devil's advocate, right? And that's probably why I'm heated. I'm devil's advocate because you do something wrong, I'm gonna have to say something now, right? It's horrible. It's horrible being devil's advocate. I hate it, but that's just me and my condition and the way I am. Yeah, Polly, it's not. You just look, look. Mo, people don't like Mohammed Shafiq, right? People don't like him. I personally haven't got a problem because he questions things. All right, people don't like the way he goes about it because it's a piss take, but he's got some very valid points, right? I cannot personally, right, stand behind somebody, right, that has endorsed, because technically this is an endorsement, a child trafficker, right? Because this guy did, self-confessed, mind you, nothing less than what Ghislaine Maxwell got 20 years for. And then to try to backtrack and say these women were young ladies at that time in their 20s was an absolute fabrication. So if people can go on their shows knowing that fact after, right, and still go on that fact, yeah, and then when they get questioned about why they've gone on that fact, and then blatantly lie about that fact that they knew nothing about this guy's past, which is then turns out to be completely and utterly bollocks, then I can't stand behind them because that's to me is a nonce protector, right? The same, I cannot, I cannot stand behind Kate Shiramani, Mark Steele, or anyone like that who's endorsed to me what I call a paedophile protector. And when they get called out, they think, and you stood behind this, Kate. Mental. Anyway, it's Christmas. 2023 has got to be different where people's got to start remembering where people's been, what people said. Brief history of Charlie Ward. Fucking hell, where do you want to start? Phew. I wouldn't know where to start with Charlie Ward. Charlie Ward is, well, he was Dr. Charlie Ward, but he's no medical professor. It's hard to describe him. He's a philanthropist, entrepreneur, grifter. Jumps on any bandwagon. He jumped on the what's his name? Greg Allett. Jumped on that bandwagon, the English King, when that was popular He then jumped on. What else did he jump on? Loads of different subjects that's been popular in the past, and he's jumped on them, and now he's got onto the whole medical, Pfizer, Moderna, and all that sort of chat with Shiramani, and he's on that grift now. So that's the truth. It's the truth. All you got to do is right. Is go into this is how fucked up this everything is. All you got to do is go onto YouTube, type in Charlie Ward, right? Or Charlie Ward admits to trafficking children to Top of the Pops. Then that video will come up, and it hasn't been edited. It hasn't been doctored because, do you know something? I was watching that live stream when it came out. It was on M Seekers of Truth. And if you look at it back at the very start in 2020, just before lockdown, the auditor just after he was out in Charlie Ward back then in 2020, and M Seeker of Truth is the one. I think it was his live stream that Charlie Ward admitted. Well, first of all, he was going to say underage. Clearly, the video and audio do not lie. He clearly was going to say underage, then thought better off it than it said young ladies. He was going to make a Freudian slip. That is a given on that video. All right? But now you got people standing up, being on this show. I don't give a fuck if he's got a platform. Really, I don't. This is what I mean, right? And when I questioned her, sent him a message and I questioned her and asked her, what does she think of Charlie Ward? Does she know about his history? Does she know that he's allegedly, in his own voice, taking children to Top of the Pops? And she said, well, I don't know about people's past. I'm solely grateful for the platform, his large platform he's given me. So I'm thinking, fuck me. It's a bit like, it's the whole thing, wasn't it? Jimmy Savile got away with what he does because he was bringing in millions in charity. That was all right, wasn't it? You've just done the same thing that everyone was doing with Jimmy fucking Savile. It's okay. He's got a massive fucking platform. Mental. You're mental. There you go. People don't like Mo, but at the end of the day, if you've got something to hide, then be afraid, innit? If you've got nothing to hide, nothing to fear. And like I said, I've got nothing to fear from Mo. I've got nothing to fear from anybody that makes all these videos on these alleged freedom fighters. All right? That's totally it, Swift. And that's exactly what it is. The bigger the platform, the more you can get away with. And this is exactly why Jimmy Savile was allowed to get away with what he got away with all these years. Wasn't it? Exactly what Kate Shiramani has said to me. It's okay. I've been graced with his large platform. I'll give you the fucking message up. Hang on. Absolutely. Don't give a fuck. Call you out, grifters. Because you are. Because I want to talk about what she says about cancers and things like that as well. As a cancer sufferer. Here we go. Let's go to share screen. Because if things are going to change, if you want things to change, these fucking grifters and fucknuts, you just need to fuck them off completely. Get rid of them so they can't take your hard-earned money. They can't. Oh, there we go. Can you all see that? What's your views? This is Nurse K84. This the Twitter's no longer there. She's been banned again. What's your views on Charlie Ward? You have been on the show. She's been on the show many times, many times, years ago and recently. You've been on the show. Yeah, he confessed to taking young girls onto top of the pops. He was going to make a Freudian slip, sorry I put sleep, and say underage, but he changed it to young girls. Right? And she made the reply, I have been wise enough to be appreciative of the large platform that he has. This has allowed me to share important life-saving information and advice. I cannot comment on other matters to which I have I know little about. And that's the fucking problem with people, and that's the problem with the movement. You bury your head in your fucking sand is because you don't really care about the fucking cause or where this country's going. You're worried about the next 50p that's going in your pocket. End of story. You know, if you're going to do that, just be honest about it, because at least Dick Turpin wore a mask when he robbed people. Because this is, you know, it's not going to change. Nothing's going to change until you get rid of these people. And I don't give a flying shit anymore about these people. Kate had cancer, didn't she? Kate had cancer. All right? Now, I'm for modern medicine and I'm against modern medicine. Okay? When I had cancer, and I've gone through several stories with you, okay, of my journey of, you know, how they stage it, how they diagnose it, and what tests you go through to then they decide what treatment is best for you. Okay. And it's done on obviously everything, your age, your health already, you know, blah, blah, blah. You know, do you take any other drugs? Do this and that and the other? You know, it's a whole battery of tests. So then once you've had all the tests, you've then got your magic numbers, haven't you? You've got your nodes, your NO, MOs, and as it masterized, right? So once you get all that, they then decide, right, this is the best treatment for you. Now, my treatment was I could have had, right? I had stage one lung cancer, squamous cell, right? It was non-small cell lung cancer. Okay, so it's common lung cancer, squamous cell. I had one node. Okay, I had one mass, no nodes, because it hasn't metastasized throughout my body. So they said the best course of treatment for me was to have an operation to remove the mass, which was a 48 centimeter mass. 1 second. Yeah. So they called me in. They said, right, this is what we can do for you. We're gonna remove the mass. We're gonna remove it to see, depending on when we remove it, is then to see how much of the mass is any mass left. Could we remove it all? Did we get a good enough margin around the mass? Did we then get a good enough healthy tissue between the mass and, you know, healthy tissue? You know, this is all that. And then what they turned around and said to me was, look, right? There is extra treatment you can have. This extra treatment is purely 100% voluntary. You don't have to have it. You're going to have a quality of life now, for the next whatever it is, right? They don't give you, they said 10 years, whatever, it could be longer, right? And then they said, but if you have what they call adjuvant chemotherapy, is it will improve your chances even more because we don't know if there's any microscopic cancer cells in your body at the moment, right? So I then had chemotherapy. I didn't need it, didn't have to have it, but I chose to have it. But people go around and say, "Oh no, you don't have it." I refused it, and I went on my own treatment. I advise people to do this. Now, I do lots of things, but I wouldn't. I think lots of things helped me through cancer, but everyone's different, and I've always said that. I have always said that. Let me just go out of here. Need to listen to this voicemail a minute. Oh, there you go. Anyway, there's my rant. What was that, Boo Boo? I'm glad Jimmy Savile didn't answer my letter to fix it for me to meet Wham. Can you imagine that? Oh, dear. Yes, so I won't personally follow Shiramani anymore. But who am I? You know what I mean? I'm just me. That's just my opinion, right? Just that, look, by what I've read and what I've viewed and the research I've done, I've come to the opinion that no.
Where?
No. Who else wrote to Jim or fix it? I wrote to ask to go in a Harrier jump jet. I never did. I watched it. Well, you got what I mean. I even watched Rolf Cartoon Club. That was like my school went on there. I didn't go though. Lucky enough, I wasn't. I wasn't one of those good children to go on Jim or fix it. Go on to Rolf's Cartoon Club. Yeah, my year went on there. That's just madness. Right, let's just see what people are saying. Let's just see. I bet you didn't get a notification. There's Indy in it. I don't know. Indy, you in it? I gotta take that fucking stream element shite down. Gotta take that off. Hello, Shazza. Merry Christmas. And Merry Christmas to the 107 people that are on here. I have heard that as well, Mo. Kate tells cancer sufferers dog woman tablets because she can make up the price to her terminally sick, gullible audience. Yes. James, look, it's like I said, right? With cancer, right? Look, it was all modern medicine years ago, right? It was all, you got to have this operation, you got to have chemotherapy. Now they have very much, they use modern and holistic medicine as well in cancer treatment. Now, when I had my treatment, I went to this brilliant charity, brilliant. It's called the Penny Bron. Now, Penny Bron, she set up this charity because she died of cancer. She had cancer, so she set it up. So I went there, and that was all holistic. You know, went there like bit of meditation, bit of acupuncture, Reiki, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, I'm not saying, you know, not knocking it. It helped me. It relaxed me. It kept me on an even keel during chemo. But I wouldn't just do holistic medicine. I do have faith in modern medicine, and obviously you got cancer. You ain't. I couldn't. Fair play to those people, though, right? Fair play. All those people. There are people out there that do refuse it, right? And I'm not saying it doesn't work because I followed this woman. She had stage 4 terminal lung cancer, and she went on to the cannabis diet, cannabis enemas, you name it. She was fucking doing it, and the tumor shrank, and then went, and now she's not stage 4 anymore. See, there's no once you're stage 4, there's no normally coming back from that, and she came back from it. So I'm not saying it doesn't, but then again, who's saying what works, isn't it? Do I personally believe cannabis works for cancer? Yeah, I do. If anything, it alleviates all the other symptoms that you get through the treatment. So, yeah. Does it feel like Xmas to people? No. But let me go into here. I just got to listen to a message a minute. It's important message. It's from my parents. So I got to find background music. Christmas. So just bear with me 1 second. I will be straight back. And I'm back. It must have pocket dialed me because she ain't answering the phone. So what's everyone intending? Oh, is Indy in it now? Is he in? Indy, do you want me to drop your link? No? Yes? Can't remember what I was going to say. What's everyone doing for Christmas? They home? They were family? They're just having a quiet one? What's everyone doing? I, I, I'm not having a quiet one. Well, I couldn't have a quiet one anyway because of my house full and the brood that I have. Oh, this slider is like really. Oh, yeah, slider's a bit getting wasted. That's good. Yeah, that's good, isn't it? Are you going to the US? No one's flower. Are you flying over there? That'd be nice. Well, tomorrow, I expect my boys will be playing on their Xbox X series, so I won't see them. Um, daughter will probably be playing on their Xbox. Yeah, drop me the link, Tyrant. All right then, Indy, I'll drop you the link. Fucking hell. Where's the link? Invite guests, and it's staring me right in the snores. See, Christmas #1 this year for the 5th year on the trot, lad baby. Fucking hell! Could you imagine it? Isn't it all done off downloads? You know, for the 5th year on the. Oh, he's in here already. Fucking hell.
Hello.
Oh, hang on. There you go. All right.
All right, mate.
All right, there, love. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm fucking stoned. I am.
As you wasted.
I'm sitting here with a nice cold can of Koppenberg and about my 5th doobie of the morning, and I'm feeling all good, mate.
Are you? Oh, well, it's Christmas, isn't it?
Yeah, all my shopping's done. Susie's happy. Any bub? You're happy as well, aren't you?
You.
Oh, fuck off, cheeky bitch. See, she wasn't before Christmas.
She's got you with her, Indy, hasn't she? So why should you be happy? She's got you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's some more bits off of Amazon.
Oh, you got Amazon deliveries today?
Cheers, mate. Yeah. Oh, fucking hell. 20 parcels. Right, Tyrone, give me 5 minutes and I'll be back on. I've just got to grab all these from the door.
All right. I just got to say something to B. Bianca, that phone call from my mum, that was a pocket dial. Because I just listened to the voicemail and my mum's talking to somebody on the phone, with the phone in her pocket. Yeah, and I just tried. She's calling me back. Hang on, I'll be back. Oh, elderly parents. Gotta love them, ain't you? Oh, she's calling me back again. Hang on. Right, I'm back. Sorry, guys, for about that. Sorry about that. I just had to speak to my mum. Then it ended. I thought she went, but it just must have cut off, and then she called me back. It's when you've got elderly parents and technology, isn't it? It's so great, and you're like, "Hello, and they're going hello, and then you're going hello, and they're going hello, 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 and then someone's got to talk, can you hear me? And then can you hear me? And I'm thinking, what the fuck's going on here? Can we hear each other or not? Right? Instead, just start the conversation. Fuck's sake. Pete's on a coffee break. Oh, fuzzy felt. Fuzzy. I tell you what. No, I'm going to ask me kids. Do you know what fuzzy? If I just imagine if I brought my kids fuzzy felt and gave it to them on Christmas Day and said, "There you go, there's your present." You'd be like, "Ah, what do I do with it? Wear it? Eat it? What?" Now they want designer clothes, PlayStations, mobile phones, cars, bikes, scooters. You name it, they want it, isn't it? It's a consumer world. There you go, look. When Wonky Man was a kid, all he had was a Frogger machine and a Pez. See, what was a Frogger machine? I remember Pez. They were the sweet dispensers, weren't they? They're all wanted. They are. Don't. Yeah, I don't like Pez. They give me the EBGBs Pez machines. They're quite haunted. Yeah, nothing but bad luck with them. Foxing ban. Yeah, it was okay. Yeah, Jam for Freedom one was okay. It's probably about the best one out of a lot of them I heard. Anyway, uh, what I say more professionally done. Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was okay. So, what is everyone getting for Christmas? All right, let's rephrase that. What does everybody want for Christmas? Whether or not you're going to get it is a completely and utterly different thing, isn't it? Cheeky, what is cheeky saying? I asked the grandchild and got asked for a specific doll by granddaughter and anything dinosaur or Spider Man. Yeah, it's always specific. Like, my daughter, I think 2 years ago, was it 2 years ago? She wanted reborn dolls, right? And there was two twins. There was Madison and Mason she wanted. Was it last year, was it? How much were they? Yep, two reborn dolls, babies, but they're collectibles. Yeah. They'll come from the mint, and they're collectibles. For Madison and Mason, that was 150 summer pound. But like I said, they're yeah, Madison and Mason, wasn't it? They were both newborns. So she got them, and they're obviously up in the box. Yeah, the outer box, the inner box is in the attic. I've made sure I kept that. Yeah. Ah, so they can't be sold in the future then. All right then. All right then. They're worthless now then, because they've been played with. Never mind. I see. I so wish when I was a kid, because when I was a kid, all the original Star Wars was out, wasn't it? The original collectibles now, and I wish that I didn't take them out the box. I just put them in the attic and left them, because look at the price of them now. It's absolutely mental, isn't it? I think a lot of the people in this channel were the age now that some of the collectibles that are coming onto the market, we can remember playing with the originals when we were kids. You know, all the Matchbox cars and things like that. They come onto the market and they go for hundreds, and we think, fuck me, I had loads of them when I was a kid. I used to bash them into the wall when I was a kid. Because you don't think, do you? It's like madness what things are worth now. So has anybody got any collectible items that, you know, they had the mindset when they was a child to put away in the original box and not play with and think, you know what, that might be worth some money in the future? But then again, is if you tell your children now, put your toys away, you know, put them in a box, keep the box pristine, are they going to be as valuable like the collectibles are today in the future? Because the things are changing, you know. Is it or is it? I don't know. That's we got Indy backstage again. Indy Vindy.
Yo, yo, yo.
Yo, let me change my graphic because I got let's get a more Christmassy one. No, or is it? Is that no? I don't know. I did have a Christmassy one. Yeah, let's change it to this one. Cut. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, yes. So.
Oh, so yeah, I'm just sitting home, mate, drinking a few, having a few.
I don't drink. I said to Generic if he's going to come up, I'll get some in.
No, I've got.
Hang on. Bobby.
Josh was on a black screen again on his phone.
Yeah.
After so long, you know where the buttons are. I've managed to press the button in, press turn off, and press it where it goes in the middle.
Right.
I've managed to turn the phone off and now it's working again.
Yeah. Well, it's got to like.
Dropped it again.
Yeah, it's got. There's a connection on the inside of the phone that's popped off.
Between it being black screen, the screen has worked, so that tells me it's not a screen that needs.
No, it means to me one of the ribbons have come
so
off.
If I take it to the shop after New Year.
Yeah. Yeah, because I can't get into it because you need a heat plate to get into it. Anyway, yeah. So back in the room now. Back in the room.
Generic. Hello, how you doing?
It's Generic here, is he?
Yeah, he's just popped up in the comments.
He drinks tea and beer. All right, Generic, I'll go over and get a couple of speciality beers for us when you come up. Yeah, we'll have a drink. I don't drink normally, but I'll have a drink with you.
Funnily enough, if I could get my camera on, you'd see that I've had a haircut. So, but I can't show you because I can't go on the camera because the settings in my phone are fucking stupid.
I don't want to put the camera on. To be honest.
No, I can't put my camera on.
I start my dental treatment next year, so people won't be seeing me on camera for a while.
You look like the Elephant Man.
Well, you see me, but you probably see me with a mask. But it's nothing more than for cosmetics because I'm having a lot of dental work done.
Oh, good stuff.
Which everybody go, yay, dental work, about fucking time, Tyrant.
I'm just watching some airsoft videos, some airsoft sniper videos.
I watched Kicking Mustang's latest one where the girl asked him not to shoot her in the face. He said, I can't promise anything.
Yeah, that's what I'd say. I can't promise you anything. It all depends on whether that, you know, I get a clean body shot or I have to shoot you in the head.
Mm.
If your head's the only part of you that's showing, that's what I'm aiming for.
Well, he's a sniper, isn't he? So
yeah, there's a few good snipers out there, man.
Well, I didn't watch him actually because I just like clicked on him one day and it's weird. It just popped up in my recommendation, so he must have been trending at that time on YouTube.
Yeah,
and he popped up and I clicked on him. I thought, fucking hell, what a good thing! And he's like got 2.5 million subs now.
Yeah, I'm trying to find my phone. There it is. Yeah, watch Silo. I watch Nordvik. I watch quite a few of them.
See, I follow. I tell you what, they got a lot of these TikTokers, and they got a lot of animal ones and all that. Right?
Yeah.
I follow Pablo. He's a bulldog. And my wife follows Stewie. Now, when some bulldogs, when they're born, they're born with a brain condition where they wobble, they can't
Yeah.
walk properly, and Stewie, he's got a brain condition, and he looks like real like, but he's happy. He's
Yeah.
happy, and they follow him, and they got millions of subs. And you just imagine being able to live off your pets, because that's exactly what people are doing. Because you
Yeah.
imagine how much money they're raking in off
Well,
those
yeah,
animals through their TikToks.
yeah, you've got a few people. Some of them do cats, and there's one that does a cat, yeah, and they put like a Mexican sort of swing on it, so they get a Mexican voice, and they're like, "Oh yes, you are my friend. Yes, I fucking love you, my friend," and all this shit. And they're
Do you
like
know,
fucking 7-8 million fucking views on one video. It's like, ooh,
I've sussed what they're doing. Well,
God,
not sussed. You know when everything's now going to like 60 seconds in it, like
yeah,
10-second shorts.
short, yeah,
Shorts are becoming a massive thing now across platform from Insta, TikTok,
Facebook,
Facebook's just introduced now their shorts. They're getting big on YouTube, and now just monetize their shorts. Right now, I was talking to Bianca the other day.
yeah.
She said, "Look, I touched this short, then I found myself scrolling through, and then half an hour went by."
Yeah, that's what it does. Super addictive.
There you go. Now this is what I'm thinking. This is to stop you from doing things and keep you scrolling, right?
Exactly
Because
what it is. Keep you scrolling.
scrolling up, isn't it? Pushing up,
Yep.
swiping up, swiping up. Next one, and next one. Shit, swipe up straight away, right? And this is what people are doing. Right? I found myself doing it.
Mate, I did it the other day for 3 hours and didn't even realise.
So isn't that? Can't you see? Maybe that's something they're doing. They're, they want to keep you on that device for a considerable amount of time.
Because they're scanning your frequency.
Well, they're getting your data, isn't it? All they want,
Yeah.
it's like I've been talking and I've been deciding, all this algorithm, and all this smart city, 15 minutes bollocks. It's not bollocks. It's the wrong term of word, because they'll have somebody cutting that and saying I'm calling 15-minute cities bollocks when they're not, because it's happening.
Yeah, it's
Now I just lost my train of thought.
15-minute cities.
Yeah, I know that, but what did I say before that? Because I remember the 15-minute city bit. Hang on. It's going to come back to me. It'll come back to me. We'll talk about something else, but then it'll come back to me. Because, yeah, data. That's what we're talking about. Data.
Yeah.
Right. That was the key word, Indy. That was the key word. Data. If you said data, you would have, sparked my memory straight away. Anyway, they want your data. So it only good as work is when you're giving them the data, isn't it? It's like I'm giving them data now, and everyone that's sat here is giving them data also, right?
Yeah.
And so we come to the decision, right? It's a bit like your, right? And I spoke to Boomer about it and on at great lengths, and he's doing it now, right? Your doorbell, right? For one, all right. We're all going to get rid of those doorbell, because at the end of the day, they're only another camera that how do you know the state ain't in already? How do you know they're not already in your doorbells? We're saying they're in our Alexas, aren't we, and things like that, because they hear us all the time and stuff like that. How do we know they're not viewing our cameras and shit?
Well, I haven't got one, so they can't be viewing mine.
This is it. Get rid of it. That's data. Anything that's smart is data.
Same as my CCTV is not rigged up to my internet. It just goes into my TV through the cameras and through the box that's attached to it.
You look at everything now. You got your Ring systems and things like that. I don't know what the other ones are on the market, but you got Ring. Now Ring,
Yeah.
you can get your house alarm. You
Yeah.
connect your house alarm to your network, right? That monitors your house. So within that monitoring system, any other Ring device you got connected is connected through the hub of the box,
Yeah.
right? So, but the problem being is when the power goes out, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
I thought Ring had an internal battery.
It got an internal battery, yes, but that internal battery, how long does that last?
Well, yeah, there is that. And it's whether or not they make the batteries individually, whether or not you can buy them. Because they're usually quite big batteries, aren't they?
Look, the moment, like you say, is the moment you connect that LAN cable, your local area network cable,
Yeah.
yeah, to anything, and then you connect that to the outside world, you have to be prepared that anything you send over it, somebody's going to get everything. And we can be as covert, as as private as we possibly can, but it's all still out there because we put vast amount of data online without even know it. Your
Yeah, we do.
habits for one, and your search history. Everything you search is being clocked. And the
Every
only
little
way,
thing.
well, the only ways out of it, mate, is to turn it all off, isn't it? Can we all do without? Um, we do you? Can you do without technology? This is the question. This is the ultimate question, I believe, now for everybody: is can you live without your iPhone, your computer,
I ain't got an iPhone. I ain't got an Apple Mac.
your phone?
No, I couldn't live without it. Sorry.
Well, then you have to be prepared to be controlled, then, isn't it? End of story. There's no
Well,
other debating about it, is there?
they're not going to control
I
me. They're not
cannot
going to
say, well,
control me,
this is
though.
how
They're
you're
not
going
going
to
to.
keep yourself safe through it,
Yeah, but
because
listen, they're not going to stop me from doing what I want to do. No one's going to stop me from doing that. It doesn't matter about the consequences. I'll take the consequences when they come. So, but no one's going to stop me from doing what I want to do, or stop Stu or my boys from doing what they want to do because they've got backing from me, mate. So they haven't got to worry about that.
but we can all sit here and fucking, whine and moan about what's happening, but we're our own worst enemies, really. Ultimately, we are our own worst enemies because we should have by now, right, had something where we can all have got a means of communication that is completely offline and private. We should have already sorted that out already. Right? We should have already been able to do that because we haven't. Because the only way we could communicate is through online. And it doesn't matter what platform you communicate through, somebody will get that information.
Yeah.
You can say, oh, I'm on Rumble. It's the fucking most freest platform in the world. It's not. Nothing is. Nothing on the
No.
internet is safe. This is what people has got to realise now is the only way out of it is chuck everything this, got an electrical signal coming in that is two-way transmitting, chuck it out your window.
Well,
At the beginning, right, and I'm telling you this now, in 2020, Telegram was out. Everyone was going, oh, fuck that. I ain't using Telegram. And Mohammed's just said it, right? And this because it's just sparked my thing. Everyone said, don't use Telegram. Data harvesting. Oh, they're going to get all your data. And then in 2021, when it all took off,
everyone jumped on it.
everyone jumped onto Telegram. Because of old WhatsApp went to Meta.
Yeah.
Don't you see that they knew what people were going to do when they launched it? You would get people that stayed with Meta because we still got the people on Facebook, haven't you? I'm still on Facebook. I know what they're doing, right? I know what's happening. So, I don't fucking care. So, once they released it, it all changed to Meta, didn't it? All right, Facebook,
Mhm.
you put the Meta fucking logo up on there. Everyone jumped to Telegram. Didn't you think that they knew that?
Well, it wouldn't surprise me if Telegram's owned by fucking Meta.
Well, this is it. Well, Telegram's supposed to be Russian, I believe, but
Yeah,
if
that's
it
what I
was
had.
if it was Russian, then I am fucking sure we wouldn't have access to it no more with the
No, we wouldn't.
sanctions
No,
that are
it'd
going
have
on.
been kicked. It'd have been kicked. You wouldn't have been able
Exactly.
to download it off the App Store or anything. It'd have been removed. So that's a load of bollocks.
So, oh, Michael Bublé, what's he singing?
Michael Bubble.
Singing, it comes out at Christmas.
What was that thing on Family? What was it when it Bublé rap, wasn't it? I got some Bublé rap.
Go on then, put it on.
What was it? Your mum thinks of me when she's doing your dad.
Never heard that one before.
So you know what does everyone's take on this whole data harvesting data? You know what data we give onto online people. You know, can we do it all the time in it? And we all moan about it. I moan about it, but I also say I know what they're doing. Yeah, I've got nothing to hide. They know everything they possibly could know about me now already. You know, so.
I'm not really particularly that bothered. Look, I've been in the system for fucking God knows how long. Do you know what I mean? I used to be a career criminal. They know who I am. They know what I'm about. So we'll just leave it at that. And when my time comes, it comes. And when it does, I won't go down screaming like a little bitch. I'll go down like a fucking warrior fighting, mate. Trust.
What needs that? Well, it's going to take to me, right? It's not an overnight fix. This, right? At all. What really is it's what they call what's happened to us. It's the Trojan horse, isn't it?
Yeah, Trojan horse, mate.
It's been taken. Whatever you say, it's the left or the right, whatever. You know what I mean? Because I'm talking to the elite. And this is the elite. The way I look at it, them. That below that, there's the left and right, and then there's everything else, right? It's them. We're just the same as the left, right? Exactly the same. Because ultimately, we're still fighting the same shit, aren't we?
Yep.
Right. So the only way you get it, the only way you get there now is you got to think smart. All right. Think smart. You got to take them from within. So the first place is you got to start small, innit? Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to start small. You got to get onto PTAs. Yeah. Parents Teachers Association. Yeah. Get yourself known, worked up. Try and get other people on board like that. Build groups. Then you go onto local councils, build those groups. Until you build the groups so much that you outnumber them on the inside. And that's when you can take it from within. Yeah, it's called power to the powerless. Right? It's called building power levels. Right? And that's what's got to be done. It's going to take decades. If you want to go back to this where we all live equally and you know you can come to the country if you know if you got something to offer, all right? Because we want to ultimately better this country, don't we? You know, for the good of the world.
Yeah.
So we need to take it from within, and I'm talking about could be 50, 60-year plan. It's not an overnight fix anymore. If you want true people like who truly want the good of the country, and that just doesn't mean for English people alone. That means for everybody that you want to come here legally, then that's fine. Okay, then it needs to be taken from within again, and it's not an overnight fix. But I don't know, Power to the Powerless is a good book to read.
Might have to look at it.
No, it's a really good book. He was a butcher. Was he a butcher? Anyway, he owned a shop. He wrote an essay of how it all should be. He got imprisoned for that essay.
Yeah.
And then he came out, and I think 30 years later, he became president of Czechoslovakia. And that was just a greengrocer, I think. And it was called Power to the Powerless. And it's all to do with building parallels, okay, and taking them from within, like a Trojan horse type style-y thing.
Yeah.
And that's the only way you could do it now. I can't see any other way because it's too far gone to do anything else. We can't go out and fight because people get hurt and then imprisoned, right?
We'll get cast as domestic terrorists, won't we?
Yeah, domestic terrorism, exactly. And that's the next thing that's going to happen. People will be starting to be prescribed as domestic terrorists for their views because it doesn't meet the narrative. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So to me, I just don't know. It's just too far gone to reverse anything that's happened, and I just don't see any other way apart from bloodshed or bloodshed, or we play them at their own game.
Mm-hmm.
It's, fight smart. We English, right? We always say that we fight smarter, don't we? We fight smarter. That's
I wouldn't say smart. I wouldn't say smart.
That's our motto, the English. We don't retreat, the English. We withdraw.
Cheers, generic.
What did generic say? I missed it. I just, so that's why I just live my life. Is now, look, I've got my plan for my family.
So have I.
I know what I'm going to do. I hope everyone else has got their plan is what they're going to do. Because when the shit hits the fan, no one's going to watch your back except for yourself.
Exactly.
That's the sad fact of it. We'll all be running around ourselves. So.
Exactly. Just look after number one and your nearest and dearest, mate. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
And look out for your little close circle of friends as well.
King Dale Clark, what's my thoughts on the immigration cruise ships in the works? Well, they could have done that during lockdown when we had the Disney cruise line and all the cruise liners that were around Dover during then. They could have used them. They housed prisoners on prison ships, didn't they? So it's just a never expense, isn't it? This is the way you got to look at it. It's a never expense.
I know it's Christmas Eve and that, but I need you to put some stuff in the locker.
Yeah.
Because it'd be in the way of the
window. Yeah, no worries. So, it's just a never added expense. It's a bit like I posted an article on my Twitter yesterday, right? Avon and Somerset's Police and Crime Commissioner has put out a poll of residents whether or not he can put in for an increase in the council tax to a 10% increase in the council tax. Works out about 80 pence extra a week on a somewhat stupid anyway. It works out about an extra 30 quid on your council tax bill a year, or maybe some more. But like I'm saying is, why does he want the increase in council tax? Is it because the police are getting called out to these migrant hotels? I'm just chucking out a question, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, any trouble that happens in that hotel, that is the responsibility of the Home Office. Yeah? So all the police that get called there, we are, as taxpayers, paying for it. All right? So whilst all these hotel owners are raking in fucking millions to pay for their properties, which are probably all these properties that have been brought, for migrant hotels and to be converted, to be used, right, have all been brought heavily mortgaged. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I told people, how they did it. They go to the bank and go, do you know what? There's a property there. Is the Home Office is offering this contract, right? Guaranteed for the next 5 years. They're offering this amount of money. That mortgage will be paid off at 5 years, right? And the bank will go, fuck me. There you go. There's the money. You buy the hotel, stick your residence in there. And all it is just the Home Office pays the hotel owner. The hotel owner then pays his mortgage.
Yeah.
And then after, when they're all finished, if it ever finishes, because to be quite honest, I can't see it ever stopping. You know, there's just be moving them from place to place. They're going to get a refurbed hotel. Yeah?
Yep.
Refurb mansion house. And then they just turn it back into a hotel, what the original purpose was.
Yeah.
Right? So they've been allowed to circumvent laws and everything,
Well,
make
that's the
vast
reason why
amount
they
of money,
haven't
and there'll be
changed the
still
insurance.
people, people knocking on their fucking doors to use the place.
It makes me laugh.
People's
Like,
got goldfish memories.
and you meant to change the insurance over when you change it from a hostel to a hotel.
Yes, you're supposed to change
Yeah, they haven't
absolutely everything.
Everything. Yeah, exactly. They haven't done none of that, have they? From what we've seen.
No.
It's just been kept as a so-called hotel, but yeah, we know that they're housing migrants there. So
yeah. Oh, tune playing. Turn it up, babe. Oh
Jesus.
I'll get copyrighted now. Look.
Yeah. I'm just watching some guy, and he's been scraping the pavements outside all the local jewelers stores in like America.
Yeah.
In say New York City. He's doing something called urban excavating, and basically he's gone down there with a piece of like metal to scrape up all the pavement, i.e. the gaps in the pavement and that. Yeah. And he's done about say 20. Mate, he's found fucking gold, diamonds, rubies, garnets, and everything. From where people have gone into the shop and they've lost a piece of jewellery or a piece of stone out of jewellery, and they've lost it outside the jewellery shop, unfortunately enough. And he's gone and found it.
Yeah.
And he's done loads, mate. He's quite good at it as well.
I don't know. I might retire. Might retire.
I might get retarded. There you go. He's finding old links to chains and everything.
Oh, what are they talking about? Babies every 2 months. Is that not what I think it is? I don't know.
Yeah, he's found a pink gemstone now. What's it called?
But we're not Clive, though, are we? We're not breeding like rabbits. Because having children anymore, it's not trendy, is it? Families ain't trendy no more. Kingsdale Clark. Do I think everyone has the right to peaceful assembly wherever they like? Yeah, I do. Because it isn't a protest if you're told where you can protest, isn't it?
Like,
and we've seen with this whole woman, like Clive just said, we've seen this woman silently praying because she did say, I watched the video, she said, he said, what are you doing here? And she said, I'm just stood here. And he said, are you praying? And she said, yeah, I might be praying in my head. All right. And then the arrest, because he gave her the opportunity to come to the police station to answer questions in relation to what she was doing there and to what previous places she has been protesting at. Now, if you look into this woman, she's probably one of the leading activists for abortion, and she's been at other protests. So that's a bit of an insight into that. Do I think she had the right to protest where she was? Fucking right I do. Because that is our fundamental right. Okay, our right to peaceful assembly, be it one, be it 50,000. All right. Is it a an attack on Christianity? Well, we've seen. I didn't personally see whether or not that was an attack on Christianity. I have seen other videos in the past where priests have been arrested for, citing that it's wrong to be gay.
Yeah, I've seen them as
Y-
well.
yeah. So, is it an attack on the Bible? Yeah, we've had the Bible attacked. It's the only book really I see that does get is allowed to be freely attacked on Western media. My religion is allowed to be slated on a daily basis, and it's not frowned upon. Why don't anybody frown upon anybody speaking Christianity? It's okay to speak out and be bad and say Christianity's bad, but the moment you mention anything about any other religion, you're the wrong one.
It was exponentially dumb.
Should
Do you
have
remember that?
should be the first thing on your immigration paper, right? When you want to come to this country, right? One, you can come to this country. This is a predominantly Christian country with Christian family values. You're more than welcome to come here and be anything you want to be, but you will, honor you will respect our culture, right? Like I respect your culture. But it seemed to be you can shit on the fucking English from a great eye, and it does. You know what I mean? Is it payback? Is it payback, or what? Is because it seems to be like everybody that's ganging up on England, not just certain countries. Because I guarantee you, fucking America's screwing us over as well, like everybody else. Nobody's
Yeah,
friends.
no. Americans are as well screwing us over every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every day.
It's fucking clown world. It is
It's
clown
like, it's,
world.
it's like what Biden says. We have to follow suit. We have to back up the Americans every fucking time.
I don't want to see. I will want to say this, right? By what I've been following the military shit going on in Ukraine and what the British is doing, posturing wise, because my brothers from my regiment are at the moment in Estonia. Okay, getting ready. Yeah, my regiment's in Estonia, King's Royal Hussars. They're getting ready, aren't they? And they're with the battle group. So I do personally think personally there's some sort of ground going to happen next year.
Yeah, I've been saying that with Boomer. So I'll say about January, February time.
March.
Yeah, when all the cold weather started to go.
March.
Freedom of movement and all that.
Because you've got military build up on in
Mm,
Belarus, on the borders of Ukraine and Belarus.
yeah, we've
Um,
got a big presence there.
yeah. So I think next year by what I'm hearing, and because I follow Forces News as well, um, by what I'm looking at is where we're moving our troops to at the moment. I can see that they are gearing up for ground because we haven't took Challies. I haven't seen challenges there yet. I expect they're there, but the problem being with the tanks, most of the Western tanks can't go on European roads, and there's different gauge rail systems as well throughout Europe. So mass movement of vehicles,
Troops and resources, yeah.
we're, we're fucked. We're fucked. We can't get our tanks there. We won't be able to get our tanks there. Or it will take us a long, long time to get tanks there. But our small armors, our 50 cows, our warriors and things like that can, because they're at
Yeah.
a lower weight.
Fair enough.
So I reckon ground next year. Remember where you heard it first.
Yep. Well, me and Boomer have been speaking about it for a little while, mate.
Yeah, we have. We have. Because I've been passing on the information about what the British regiments are doing.
Oh,
He's
cool.
saying, do you still know anybody in the regiment? I said, look, probably not, because I could have retired 3 years ago at 43, and that would have been my 22. So I expect most people now would have only gone up to probably RSM. It's probably maximum, because not a lot of them go up through the ranks and then get a commission. I've only ever seen one when I was in my old RSM. He went from straight from RSM to fucking major. He skipped captain. They normally go. If you go an RSM, you normally come out straight a captain if you get commissioned. Only if you get commissioned, mind. But he skipped captain and went straight to major.
Mm.
He was a cunt. Sorry.
Do you know what I'm going to try and do today? I'm going to try and assemble this PC, I think.
Have you got the power pack? How many watt?
Mate, I've got everything for it. I'm just sitting here. I've got 850 watts, sorry.
Oh, that's a powerful one, mate. If you got 850 watt, mate, that's huge. You only needed a 7.
Yeah, I know. 750. Well, I bought a big one.
Yeah. You only needed a 750. But then again, you got lights in it, haven't you? So.
Yeah, I've got lights. My Corsair memory came this morning. I think it's memory anyway, or RAM, one of the two.
Kingsdale. I heard the rumour that all these illegals are soldiers and will turn against us on a click of a finger. What do you think of this? Do you think us Brits will be the ones leaving on dinghies? Right. This is a good one, King. Now, very much looks like a fighting force, isn't it? You know, slick cut hair when they come over. You know, groups of men. Do I think they are a trained army? No, I don't think. They could possibly have some sort of training. Are we training them? Who knows? Look, can you really train them? Look at when we trained the Afghans, right? We were training the Afghans in Afghanistan, right? And they turned against us, didn't they? Yeah? They shot the soldiers. And that's happened a few times when we were training the ANA, the Afghan National Army. So who's saying is right? They were importing all these illegals over, and they say, "Yep, you're an army. You're an army." Do you think they're going to import this 100,000 illegals, give them weapons, and then expect them not to turn against them as well? I can't see it. Now, what I can see it doing is that people looking at that optics at Dover, hundreds and thousands of people that are coming in, right, winding themselves up about the fact is that all these hundreds of thousands coming in illegally through Dover, right, can't do anything about it because it needs the European Court of Human Rights fucked off. It needs our Human Rights Act sorted out, right? And it needs any compact that we've agreed to regarding this immigration, we need to fuck it off. But what it is doing, that optics in Dover, it's winding us all up. It's winding us all up to a fact is that who are we going to turn it on? Who are we actually going to end up attacking?
Tyrant, I'm going to have to jump off, mate. I've got something to do. I'll speak to you in a bit.
Mate. All right. We're going to end up attacking the people that are coming in, aren't we? And then the government go, "Oh, look at this, boom." And then we're all locked in these prisons that they've been building. Who knows? You know, you got to look at it. When these people have a fight, they don't have a fight. They use machetes and shit like that, right? Different warfare, if you've got to look at it, whereby, you know, we'd pick up sticks and stones and fists and shit like that, They would pick up a machete and hack your arm off, wouldn't they?
Christmas is officially ruined.
Why?
The tracker's down, nobody can find him.
Ah. Well, NORAD, yeah. So I can't say, but then what we're not looking at, right? We're looking at the 500,000 people that have come in legally this year, with student visas, and then their families coming in. So there's that picture as well we got to look at. So it's the whole immigration, but that optics that's coming into Dover, I swear that is there just to wind us up. Wind us up so we pop. So we do things like chuck petrol bombs and things like that at the centres. We go in and then attack migrant centres in France, right? So they can then start prescribing people as domestic terrorists. Because that's what's going to happen. Anything you will do, look, it doesn't matter if you're going to go out, shoot somebody or anything like that to become a terrorist or plant a bomb. A domestic terrorist is anyone who goes against the state. That is what a domestic terrorist is going to be classed as. Anyone that speaks out or does anything against the state is a domestic terrorist. And that's what they're trying to prescribe with what they're doing. Yeah, it is a tune, isn't it? Can you hear it, Swift? Swifty likes it. No, she says it's too old to be a tune. Well, we know Suella is 10 times worse than Pretty. I know that. You know that. That's what I could see happening. And there's going to be a lot of people. A lot of people will be, and I think it's going to start happening in 2023. To be honest, next year, that people will start be prescribed as domestic terrorists for their activism when they haven't even picked up a weapon in their life or hurt or anybody. Because it's not, might not do. It's also down to what you say, isn't it? How you portray your message across, as well, is how they get you. And I think that's a lot of how a lot of people are going to be, trapped by the state. Is they're going to take what they say.
Can you hear that on there, can you?
Yeah, Swifty can. He says it's not loud enough.
There's only one Christmas song as well, all the others don't match up.
What's the only Christmas song?
That Wizard one.
Oh, Wizard. It's Chris. No.
That's the shittiest one going, that's Slade.
That's Slade, isn't it?
That's already played, I turned it down because I don't like it.
What was Wizard one?
That was Wish It Could Be Christmas.
I wish it could be Christmas every day. Yeah, that is the ultimate Christmas song. I don't know what people think. I could be
I'm always right.
right about what?
What I say.
No, I'm not talking about your song. Well, what's going to happen is how it's all unfolding. It's like, I don't think it's stoppable, but we have to be a lot more smarter than what we're doing. Hell of a lot. And the first thing first, we need to find a communication is the way off of this, and find a way of communicate. You know what I mean? Fucking carrier pigeon. Who fucking look? There is ways and means of communicating without them knowing. Oh, thanks, Dave. Merry Christmas to you. Dave Baker. Yeah, Baker. Ah, Jesus. Jesus James, 23. 23. 23rd of March. That's when something's going to happen. That's when it's going to happen. 23rd. what was they saying? If only people acted like the 4 million idiots in Argentina, perhaps we have a chance. Yeah, that is the point, isn't it? It's one isn't going to make a difference. 1,000 isn't going to make a difference. 10,000 isn't going to make a difference. It's going to take millions. Yeah, that's right, Albert Pike. 3% to change shit. It's going to take millions. So I don't think you know. I think we did. Mr. Boomer. Mr. Boomer's joining me live from Belarus. Hello. You're just a
I'm gonna come back to my Bluetooth
yeah.
right
All
now.
right. Yeah. All right. Come out. Come back in. Come out. Come back in. I'll boot you out. He's gone. He'll be back. Sovereign Joe, whenever enough people call out a date for a false flag, it's usually scuppered the plan. Look, do you think, I honestly personally believe now, they know we know and they don't give a fuck? Because they know, they they know exactly, I don't know, they know exactly, right? All these people that sat on stage during the pandemic, they were all sage behavioral scientists, weren't they? So they know us better than we know ourselves. They know what we're going to do tomorrow. They know how we're going to act on certain things. So, you know, all these behavior scientists that sat around, they know our every move. Here we go. Got to wait for his picture now. There he is. Hello.
I'm having usual issues.
You sound all right. You sound
Okay,
all right. Yeah, you,
ready?
my slider's a little bit. There you go. I got to leave it full on, then I might as well. Sounds a bit better then. So how are you? You been shopping? Shopping?
No. Main Christmas is next year, January
Oh, that was good. January 5th. Is it January 5th?
7th.
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 See, I was looking at that. Germany, right? Santa comes like 3 times. Comes Christmas Eve, and they have their main presents. He comes again on Christmas morning, and he leaves stockings, and then he comes again on the 5th of January, which is then St. Nicholas or something like
Yeah,
that. 5th or the 7th, I
yeah.
don't know.
7th. That'll be 7th.
Yeah. Yes, German, darling. That's why the Queen. That's why the Queen. She celebrated her Christmas on Christmas Eve. That's why they all went to Windsor Christmas Eve, and that's why they exchanged their presents at Christmas Eve. And they have like their presents are like someone brought Andrew a thong. You know, you can tell when they did a documentary on them. That's when everyone found out they were called the Firm. But yeah, there you go. No, I don't know if you're talking about my mixer. It's yeah. I just got to I got to do the levels. I hadn't set the level. So
What have you been talking about?
loads of shit. Christmas. Kate Shiraman. Oh, hello. Oh, Merry Christmas. I couldn't find that. I got the video. I found the video. Merry Christmas video, but I couldn't find any
I
of the
sent.
backgrounds.
Yeah, but I sent it to you today. I redid it for you.
Yeah, I know you did, but I haven't bought them across yet from Telegram
Oh, sorry.
because I forgot about them. No, I'm downloading them. There we go. Yeah, that was it. I got your one. I got that 2 Boomer one. I got that on. Oh, hello. Oh, I'll put that up. I'll put that up for everyone to see.
Yeah, generic. There's lots of people. I'm kitchen, so people, that's different stuff.
Just gonna add a picture a minute. I can't talk and I'm not that gifted. Not that gifted. Yeah, that overlay. Right. What you need to do is you need to redo it and drop it. Can you see it on the screen?
Drop what?
Look at it on the screen if you can.
Yeah, I can see it. It's in the middle.
Yeah, but look at the head. There's no headroom.
Okay.
Don't look right to me because I got to have headroom rather than footroom. I'm fussy. No, that's all right. No, I'll leave it. I'm only taking a piss anyway.
It's got nothing to do with the graphic because the graphic's the same size. It's how it's placed.
Oh, that's how it's placed from them then, fuckers. See, you can't play around with it. It'd be better if I could just grab it and move it.
Yes, that's what they need
But
to do.
I can't. Yeah. You saying I got a big head? Thanks. You got to admit, though, that does look like me, doesn't it?
It does.
That's uncanny.
Yeah. Oh, it's starting to
I
snow
want to
again.
get me dog. It started to snow. I want me dog. I want one of me dog sat next to me.
Sunshine, he does pets.
Like to get one of him.
Anybody wants a cartoon character of yourself or your pet? Shane Stringer.
Yeah, he does it. Shane Stringer. You can see his little logo at the bottom of the picture. Stringer. If you type that in onto Facebook, you'll find his site. Stringer Cartoons, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does everything. He's really good as well. Oh, look at that. You know what I mean? That's like... He did accentuate my features, didn't he? My fucking jowls.
Well, that's what happens when you do a cartoon.
Yeah, that's what I say is that don't get a caricature if you gonna get offended by it.
Yeah.
Other than that, yeah, all ready for yeah, you would be all ready for Christmas, just you and you get done what you needed to get done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did it work okay?
Yeah.
I bet it was quick though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Jing. There's no stand on the end of this tape.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. That's it. If I'm still smiling. Oh, well. Yeah, everyone's complaining because NORAD system has gone down Tracker Santa.
Why?
Well, it's gone down. The system's gone down. So the tracking system's gone down. So everyone's complaining because every year people sit there and watch fucking bollocks fucking tracker of Santa Claus when it's just computer generated bollocks.
Why?
Why? Because there ain't no fucking dude flying in a fucking
No.
sleigh.
I mean, why do they watch it? Not why.
Well, right, okay. Right, I was going to say tracker Satan.
I know. Santa's not real.
See, we were talking about that yesterday, right? Weren't we, Boomer?
Yeah.
How many in the chat knows why Santa wears a red suit? Well, Bianca's answer was nobody fucking cares. Anyone else know?
Give me.
I only found this out.
It's commercial related.
It's commercial related in both senses, isn't it? Commercial related. But look, someone said it. Clive's got it straight away. Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Magic mushrooms. Benson. Funny you should say magic mushrooms. Boomer, I'll let you talk about magic mushrooms and why they saw flying reindeer and shit like that.
Yeah, because in the forest there's little red and white mushrooms, and if you have a look on all the Christmas pictures, and they're actually magic mushrooms, and they take them and then they see the reindeers flying.
Yeah. And Santa normally I only found I knew he wears blue because I saw him wearing blue when I was in other countries, and that thought to me, I thought that was a bit fucking strange. All right, but yeah, he wears blue. It's all fucking bollocks, isn't it? It's all commercial.
Yep.
Commercial on both senses with Coca-Cola. Commercial that they changed him to red to increase sales. You know, because look, no, you know, we got to look at it. You think of Christmas is the moment you see that Coca-Cola advert, don't you? Holidays are coming, holidays are coming. But we see that advert at Thanksgiving. You know, mental.
Hello. My mum's on her way. Put your cigarette in.
All right.
Sorry, Winnie.
Yeah. Anyway, is it Christmas? No, it's not Christmas in Australia yet. They got to go to sleep first, haven't they? It's nearly night. It's night time, isn't it?
Yeah, I talked to Shane this afternoon. He's got his parents in Queensland.
Oh, he's up there.
Oh, down there. Sideways.
Northern.
He's up. He's up. He went
He's up.
sideways.
He's up.
He went sideways.
Oh, he went sideways, did he?
Down.
He's still up, but he just went a little bit sideways.
No, sideways and down.
Sideways and down.
His parents live on the Gold Coast, just below Brisbane.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's it. He'll have a nice Christmas then.
Yeah, the whole family's there. Even his daughter and son-in-law from America's flown in.
What's that? Is that up by Surfers Paradise? That's Gold Coast, isn't it?
Yeah, Surface is the next beach.
Next beach, is it?
Mm.
Nice. Nice. Yes, there will be. What's the weather like over there now? Because it's not as hot as it should be, is it? It's
Well, down south it's colder, but I'm not sure about Queensland and that. I will tell you right now. Give me a second.
Mm. It's 12 in South Australia, so it is. But
It's
present
during the day. Well, it's 29 in around North Queensland.
Well, that's just like we were getting.
Normal. Yeah.
That's what we were getting at the height of our summer, wasn't it? When we had that week of hot weather, and we told it we should fucking panic.
Yeah.
But it was just the summer.
Yes, 2 days.
See, I didn't get out. We didn't get out any of that when I was a kid. You know, no panicking. There's no panicking either. Like, with everything. Everything now is a warning, isn't it? You know, don't do that because this could happen. Well, anyone with any fucking common sense would know that would happen, wouldn't they? I don't know. It's like, it's people. Are they assuming that people are not born with any sort of common sense? Is that why they've got to like put signs up everywhere and shit like that?
Yes.
Like
people
signs are saying, you know, you sent me that picture, deep water. Well, you know it's deep
Next to the
water because
Thames
it's the
River.
fucking Thames.
It says
You
river
know?
as well. Warning
River.
Yeah.
Warning river. Well, yeah, I can see. And it's not put there for the benefit of blind people because they ain't gonna see it anyway. So, was it put there? Is it just because they take it that everyone is just dumb? They've got no common sense, or is it because they're breeding common sense out of people? They just want people to dribbling fucking stupid people that say nothing, except for, yeah, can I have some more?
Well, they're
please?
easier to control.
Well, yeah, it is. Well, that's how I see it. It is control, isn't it? Dumber you are, you. It's like my dad said, and I did question my dad on this. He said, a little bit of knowledge is dangerous. And I thought, well, how is it dangerous? Because a little bit of knowledge, you want to build up your knowledge. And yeah, I don't believe anybody now. Any person I believe is myself. I think I got to that point in the whole conspiracy, or if you call it conspiracy, because today's conspiracy is tomorrow's, you know, truth, isn't it? We've been saying that, and it's been proven time and time again. But you go down so many rabbit holes, you end up calling out everything, and then you just live your own life the way you want it, and then just ignore every other fucker. I think that's the only way. I don't know. I just ramble on. Oh, he's gone again. Bye. I better go anyway because I've got to put some light bulbs in the light because they all decided to. Out of 5, right? Out of 5 halogen lights blow at the same time on a ceiling light. I just don't get it. They all blew at the same time. He's back in.
I'm back.
You're back. So I've got to change those bulbs. I got to wash my dog. So I bought my dog. I'll put my camera on and show you what we bought my dog. Hang on. Hang on. My dog is having a bath.
It looks like you, not the dog. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, gotta give her that while washing that. Do you know what? That's more expensive than my shampoo I use on my hair. You know that?
What hair? What hair you have?
Well, yeah, what hair I have. This is quite true, but £8 for that. It's mental. Oatmeal as well. It smells quite nice. It smells nice. Yeah, but my dog's got sensitive skin. He's a bulldog, and they've all got sensitive skin. I got a little bit of a beard, yeah, and I got me hair, and I haven't got the good camera on, so it doesn't look that good. I've only got the webcam on, so it looks alright. I got Mr. Majika. Anyone remember watching Mr. Majika?
Mr. Magoo?
No, Majika. He was magic, and he is tough to hair at the back. He used to wiggle when he used to do magic. Anyway, that's just a bit of useless information that you may not have wanted. It was useless to me, so I thought I hadn't used it, so I might as well give it to someone else.
Yeah.
Don't care. All right, and what's Clive telling me to buy instead? I've got to find it now, Clive. The only problem is the comment. Buy that instead. Right, let's go off a little bit if I did everyone.
Did they test that shampoo on humans before they gave it to the pets, animals? Instead of the other way around?
I don't know, mate. I don't know, mate. I can't read the small print with these glasses on. It's like I was using Savalon, right? My dog, because I got to wash her, because around her, like here, she's got getting the yeast build up, a little bit of yeast, and because obviously in her rolls, and yeast is very itchy. You know, if you had thrush before, you would know it, wouldn't you? All that shit. Anyway, that's getting off topic. So I've got to wash her. So she rubbed her face, but she rubbed her face so much she made it red raw, made it bleed. So I put a bit of Savalon on there, and works a treat. And my mister go, wait, is that right to use on her? I was like, yeah, of course it is. I said it was tested on animals, fucking used on humans, so I'm sure if Savalon's going to be all right for her. Yeah, it was. It's gleaming. I use Vaseline on there as well, but you know that gets a bit greasy. Oh, hello, son. Happy Christmas Eve to you. You went to the Wessex for breakfast?
No, for dinner.
Did you? Wow. You have fun. What did you buy today? Well, get yourself settled down, take your coat off, and then come and tell me.
A PlayStation set.
Yeah. Well, come and tell me when you're settled down and show me. Good man. Good man. They're all excited. They're excited for Santa. They're excited because they're getting fucking presents tomorrow.
I sent you a photo on Telegram.
Oh, have you? Let's have a look. Oh, is that how it is?
Yeah, at the moment.
Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Let's share screen. Oh no. Can't open that. Open that. Photo 30. No, didn't. Wrong one. This is the wrong one. It's not this one. Stop sharing. It's going to be the next one. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I did a 360 at that market, with the Insta,
Yeah.
and they've got a LUT as well, which I've used. It still doesn't look right.
Yeah.
Still doesn't look right.
That is obviously Minsk
Yeah, right now.
right now. Not a lot of snow. Well, it is a bit. I can see a bit.
Yeah, it's mostly melted.
Yeah, fair amount. It was like what we had the other last week,
Yeah,
and then it went within a few hours.
3 days of plus weather.
Ah,
Tonight's -6, so all that'll be ice.
need to get
tomorrow.
my eyebrows plucked. I'm turning that camera off. Ugh. Get my eyebrows plucked. I'm a pheasant plucker. I'm a pheasant plucker son. I like plucking pheasants all day. Plucking long. Plucker. Right. What's everyone saying?
Who's been on with you today?
Oh, Indy was on for a bit.
Yeah.
That was it. He's now gone because he said he's got to do something. Let me just remove that source. And that was it. Yeah. And me. Woohoo. I'm going to start playing, what is it called? Wolfston Raiders. You got no friends. You've got no friends. Gonna start playing the Wolfstone Raider. You got no friends. Oh dear. Wolfstone Raider.
So anyway,
So what?
Lukashenko's in St. Petersburg today.
Cool. He's getting because old Putin was in Russia at the beginning of the week last week.
No, he
last
was here.
week.
He was here. Yeah.
Yeah. Putin was in Belarus. Oh, Lukashenko. Oh, nice.
Yeah, he went to
So he's
he went to Star City first, and then off to St. Petersburg.
Oh, nice.
Reason Star City is
Nice.
because the Belarusian companies have got contracts to build a new space center, and they're going to start picking Belarusians to go into space because the Russians and Chinese are going to go to the moon and set a base there. So they're all getting ready.
Yeah. Ooh. Very.
Lots of things happening in this side part of the world.
Yeah. I tell you, there's lots of things happening what we don't know about, right? And we're just all being, led up a garden path.
Here's something I learned today. Do you want to hear something I learned today?
Go on.
Famine in the 30s in Ukraine and Russia, right?
Yeah.
What do you know about it?
Nothing.
Well, they usually say it was Stalin's fault and collective farming that did it, right?
Mm.
That's the official thing in the West. But they had a rust infestation in all the harvests, and it killed 90% of the harvest.
Really?
And then they couldn't export anything, obviously, and didn't have any currency to buy food to bring in. That's what happened.
I didn't know anything about any famine or anything.
No,
It's like we said anyway.
If you talk to
Most people.
have a look at the Ukrainians. They're complaining. If you hear about the famine in the 30s in Ukraine, they say it's genocide because the Russians did it deliberately, but it wasn't. It was natural. And in fact, which I didn't know, it's also for 1,000 years, every few years, it happened, and it was only the collectivization and the Bolsheviks that actually stopped that cycle. So it didn't happen again after the 30s, ever. Yeah, exactly.
Well,
it was actually a natural thing, not actually a...
It's like, there's lots of things about World War II and everything, what happened well, let's just say it, that what happened on the East rather than what happened on the West, because it's like you said, everything we've been told it's been a lie, I believe, because the research alone that you carry out doesn't add up to anything. And I've said it all along, we were very lucky compared to
the nice
Eastern
war.
Front. We had even though hundreds of thousands got lost compared to the Eastern Front.
27
I
million.
think we had 27 million. And we've seen the graves, haven't we? We've been round all round with Belarus with you to the war graves and shit like that of the villages.
Mm-hmm.
Not soldiers, not fighting people, villagers, mums, dads, children, aunts, uncles. And just imagine that happen on the streets of the UK, wouldn't it? Just walk up the streets and start indiscriminately killing the men and marching them off and then blowing them into pits, just shooting them. Or in fact, if they weren't dead, they'd just leave them in there, cover them in lime and shit. You know what I mean? It was just like horrendous.
Yeah, the national unions at the time were really bad as well. They killed heaps and heaps of Poles.
Yeah.
In fact, most of the concentration camp guards were Ukrainian.
Yep. Well, did you see the SS symbol on the fucking Ukrainian flag? What
in Congress
unfurled in Congress?
Yeah.
See, you know what I mean? All roads leads back to the Rhine. Frankenfiles. All roads. Said it. We've been lied to all along, I believe. Absolutely fucking 100% bamboozled with it all. I think it started. Well, I don't know when it started. Did it start just after the war, or was it before the war? I don't know.
No, before.
I think well before. I think this whole plan was planned out.
I understand Hit learned how to have the big lie and all that from you guys, the English. Propaganda from World War
How
I.
to lie?
Yeah, from World War I.
Propaganda from World War I.
Yeah, the Germans learned from you guys. Yeah.
Well, there was, I spoke about there's lots of things that happened during World War II. It was a war that really we shouldn't have won.
Can you get a? Can you go over that
Cool.
Ukrainian flag in Congress? So a few people haven't seen it.
Hang on.
Why are you talking?
You sent it to me, didn't you? You sent it to me. Yeah.
I don't know.
I've seen it. Fuck. Where did I see it? No, I don't think you did. No, you sent me that fucking Zelensky, that one with Biden behind him. He's there sniffing, going. Still not turning into a prince. Yeah, like that one. No, you didn't. Shite. That means I've got to find it on my own Telegram now, and that's just not going to happen, is it?
Oh, yeah. Give me a second. I'll find it.
The problem is I didn't fucking. See, I've seen that picture. Someone posted that in my group today, and and when the nurses ask why there is no money for them, then here is the answer: the money you would have now goes to these people, and you've got like Nazi flags and the Azov Battalion. Where is it? Anyway, on the Ukrainian flag, there it was what's her name? Fucking Kamala Harris.
And Pelosi.
And it was Pelosi. Was Kamala Harris there as well?
Yes, has to be.
Yeah, she was on, and Pelosi, with it. Both of them held it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they were stood in Congress and they unfurled the fucking Ukrainian flag. And it was on one of the, because it had signatures. So whether or not it was signed by some of the soldiers, who knows? Probably it's some sort of fucking propaganda.
No, it might have been signed by Shane Stringer, SS.
Yeah, could be. Could look in all intents and purposes, right? It could be somebody with the initials SS. Who knows, right? But how they wrote the SS, it looked a couple of like lightning bolts.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, I'm just saying, right? And we are not in bed with the Nazis. So then we've questioned this before on my Telegram and on a live stream where we've broke down and shown you pictures of rich German families now that profited and actually, well, I would say actively took part during the war, not in a combative sort of sense, in a slavery sort of sense, you know.
Doing that now,
And
aren't
it's
they?
proven today. Well,
The cheap
they still
immigrants.
are now, aren't
Illegal
they?
immigrants, yeah.
Cheap immigrants, isn't it? It's exactly what they're doing now, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
At the end,
This is what the whole
at the,
thing is.
yeah,
This is why they're moving and importing all these people into the country, is to cheap labour, control them then, isn't it?
yeah.
It's what they're doing to everybody. We'll be working in
UK
camps
as well.
and shit like that. Yeah, yeah. I think this is the whole plan of it all, because it all everything goes back to Germany. Everything goes back to the Rhine. And like they're saying is you got people blaming the Jews. The Jews are behind WEF and shit like that. You got to remember, I think they're in bed together. I think it's the whole plan, and I think it all stemmed from before the war of how they were going to do it. Mass extermination, right, of people, regardless of what it was, if they were Jewish or whatever religion they were, Orthodox as well, weren't they? So, mass extermination.
Did you get?
Yeah. Beautiful plan. Beautiful plan.
Sending you
Man
that.
in the high castle.
Sending you that photo.
Mm-hmm.
As I find it.
Yeah, look, they are. The media is now switching the narrative to Azov has purged the Nazi element in the past 4 years. No, they haven't. Because if you look back into 2010, you can see the fucking BBC documentary on there. And it was the Azov battalion and shit like that that were at the front of it. So, no, they haven't. It's not. Once it's ingrained, it's always there.
It's not only Azov, there's a few of them. A few battalions.
Yeah.
I sent you the photo on Telegram. There you go with the flag.
Right. Ah, there it is. There it is. Thank you very much.
Get rid of the chat so you can make it big. I'll just get out of the way.
That's I've got to fucking open it first, don't I? Bastard. That ain't gonna come out there now, is it? Bollocks. No.
No.
I got to stop that. That's my whole.
Paul
Good job
Wilson
I don't know.
Possible that Egyptian people came from Atlantis City. Yeah, well, I was thinking that Atlantis City was in the eye of the Sahara, if you have a look.
Right, I'm going to have to make this big a minute.
Yeah, I'll just get out of the way.
No, there you go. See it? And fucking Pelosi, by where her eyes is, she's looking fucking directly at it. So there you have it. There you have it. You've had for the first time in history. Well, hang on a minute. Let me just rephrase this. For the first time that we know of in history, that you can prove that a Nazi symbol has been unfurled in Congress. There you have it. And it might be 44 actually. Could be. It could be his order at the Chinese that he was getting in. Number 44. But anyway, there you have it. There you have it.
And I couldn't believe they were comparing him to Churchill.
Churchill. Our finest hour.
You know why they're doing it?
Because they want to martyr him.
No, they're priming the American public to go in.
Yeah, because look, 23rd of March.
It'll be earlier than that.
Nah. Do you reckon? Earlier?
Yeah, because January is going to be the big.
What's your
push.
date prediction?
They're gonna,
what's your date?
The big push from here, well, from Russia, will be January, so it has to be around that time.
Right.
Their thinking is this is their thinking. They enter Western Ukraine, NATO and all that,
Yep.
and then she gets scared and leaves.
He ain't going to do that.
I know, but that's their thinking. That's how stupid they are.
Right. When does it? March time. So to me, for us to get any sort of suitable assets there, it's going to take us a fucking month at least. At least. All right. And we're in Estonia, so how long it's going to take them to get from Estonia to wherever they need to get going, where their forward fob is?
Yeah.
Well, the line of departure, let's just say. Who knows? So it's gonna.
South of Ukraine's too soft at the moment. They can't use tanks, but that'll freeze.
Exactly.
That'll freeze in the next 2 weeks.
When did it start to the snow go and the ground starts to be able to be more drivable?
In the north, it's already frozen. They're just waiting in the south now.
I honestly, I'm worried because I don't think we know what we're going to go up against. I think we think that they're going to be like every pushover force that we fought in the past.
I hope you got a lot of body bags.
It ain't. Well, for one, they outgun us in tanks. Regardless if they got old or new technology, it's still a fucking working tank. Because what we do with all our tanks is we sell them to like Saudis. So we've got no stockpiles of tanks or any sort of stockpile. I don't think we've got much munitions either, actually. I think we've depleted all those because we give them away, haven't we? They ain't got the Patriot missile, have they? Because they got the system, but they haven't got the fucking rockets.
Yeah, they can't afford. Yeah, they're not producing enough. Saudi had to borrow some from Dubai, I think, or somewhere else.
Yeah, yeah.
And they don't work because the Houthi rebels in next to Saudi are being taken out Saudi stuff with drones, small drones, and they've got Patriot missile systems.
Always said, act of war. You fund the country with arms. I always thought that was an act of war under the Geneva Convention.
Oh, how about blowing up an infrastructure system?
Well, yeah, but that's not proven who done that, is it? Really, they're still arguing the toss who actually who blew it up.
Washington Post just said 2 days ago that it was definitely not the Russians.
Who here thinks America funds not? Well, we do not now in history. So we're talking about World War II here. Because you've all got to remember how late America was to the party, don't we?
Bush's grandfather.
Really? Yeah. Bush's grandfather. Is that back then? Is it World War II, Bush's grandfather?
Yeah, he was financing and selling oil to them.
Yeah. Yeah. So the Americans were financing Nazis then back then. So, we're doing it today. It's a done deal, isn't it? So to me, the whole what we've been told happened. Yeah, it happened, but I don't think. Yeah, it was created to happen. I think. But there's lots of things we could have been slaughtered on the beach. 300,000 men could have been wiped out like that. But Hitler decided to go to France instead, to Paris.
He wasn't interested in fighting England.
Well, this whole thing is, you had England on the back foot, right? We relied on all those boats to sail over, wasn't it? And private boats were coming over to rescue the people, and we took 300,000 people off of the beach. So, to me, he could have quite easily fucking, I think that was down to his air marshal, whatever his name, Gorin, who said they got air superiority. But you even said to me that his men, his top officials thought why he was doing that. Why was he going there when he could have
the tank divisions
won the war?
Yeah, the tank divisions asked why they were held back for several hours.
Yeah. Yeah, a Panzer division was 10 miles away.
Yeah.
It could have quite easily came in and slaughtered the whole, you know. So there is questions to me. There's significant questions to ask about it. Jesus Jones saying Hitler wasn't running the show. Yeah, the Americans probably were. Who knows? I told everyone they need to get on Amazon and watch Man in the High Castle. I told you that. Mad. Chris Tyrant and two boomers. The Nazis just went underground to do a corporate takeover of the world. Yeah.
They all went to America in Operation Paperclip. Thousands of them there in Canada.
Yes, that was it. That was it. Operation Paperclip.
It wasn't just the scientists; it was a whole stack of different Nazis.
Yeah. Wasn't the scientist? Yeah, loads of different Nazis, and that was the plan. Got to admit, it's a beautiful plan, isn't it? See, it all fits together. How it all fits together. The West Soros, all involved. Yeah, this is the funny thing, and me and Boomers laughed about it. You've got Nazis and Jews, right?
Well, you got the Azov Battalion at the moment in Jerusalem raising money.
Yeah.
Azov Battalion.
Yeah. It's madness, isn't it? It's, to me, it's just like, that's why you look at it and you think, what a fucking clown world. It's madness. And the rest of the Nazis went to Argentina and Chile. This is it. You got to remember, who's our royal family? For fuck's sake, come on. Right? The Germans. We've seen Prince Philip walking the streets of Germany with Nazi soldiers. His sisters were married to Nazis high generals.
The king's brother.
King's brother?
The one that was the king.
Went to the
one that was the king. He was too close to him. That's why they sent it to Bahamas.
Yeah. Why do you think Philip's sisters didn't come to his wedding, and it was only his sister? His mother. From Philip's side of the family, his mother was the only person from his side at the wedding. Because all the others, they were in with Nazis, and it couldn't be seen, could it? They changed the name, everything. And if you think they're not in bed with them now, then we all might as well just fucking give up, innit? They're from Saxe-Coburg or something like that. Coburg, Saxe. Don't know. I know it's German.
Dave Barker, all I can say is logistics.
Watch a video.
Logistics. There you go.
Yeah, I just say logistics all the time. It's just the better off that. Yeah, just say logistics on that one.
Yeah, logistics.
And as you move along, because the moment you touch on that, you know, yeah. Man in the High Castle T. It's not a film. It's a series on Amazon Prime. Let's just say they worked very hard 24/7, if that was the case, to do that amount. Let's just say that. And then logistics doesn't add up.
People can just look into themselves and then just have a look.
Yeah.
The input and the output don't make sense inside the machinery where it was done.
And also, if I was doing it, I certainly wouldn't have done it that way.
Well, the Germans were supposed to be good engineers, so why did they do it that way? The worst way. The most inefficient way.
Well, anyway, that's getting onto that subject, isn't it? And we can't.
Next.
But it is a good one. You know, it's a good one to have a look at and touch at, because it all fits into your journey. Well, it's fitted into my journey anyway. All right. And you know, it is, you guys got to look at it. Everything you've told, right, by them, and I mean them, the government, the state, or whatever, everything you're told, there is a little bit, an element of truth in it, because they have to put an element of truth to make the lie seem plausible. Right? So just take everything. You've heard the expression, haven't you? Take that with a bit of salt. Yeah? Take that with a pinch of salt.
Grain of salt.
Grain of salt, exactly. You know, you got all these sayings throughout your life, isn't it? You know, trust your gut instinct and all that stuff, you know, take that bit with a bit of salt. You know, and that's the journey. So, like you said, logistics doesn't add up. You know, I would like to see it done today that way, right? Because I don't think it'll work. Anyway, and that's just another part of your journey to lead you down the route of where it is. Everything you're told is a lie, because, you know, everyone's in bed with everybody.
Well, it's like now I've been reading about Stalin and all that. It all goes back to the speech that Khrushchev made, and all that stuff Khrushchev said was bullshit, just to taint him. So, and it fed into the Cold War narrative. So what you've heard is bullshit about Stalin as well.
I think everything you're told is a little bit of truth on it. On yeah. We weren't. Well. Yeah. Yeah, that is right. In France, villagers slaughtered by the Germans. However, beatings in the museum. What the?
280 villages in Belarus got razed to the ground, and everybody killed them.
Yeah. Well, I just know lots of people got killed.
Dave Barker, look at this. Look at the entrance, the holding, the moving. Couldn't do it with the numbers they say.
It was a bit mad. I have watched that video.
I'm being a bit vague.
And yeah, well, it's not. That's not fucking vague at all, mate. That's not vague at all. That was just like, that was quite like, yeah. He knows. He was just telling something different. I was reading Dave's. He knows. He knows about the logistics. I think he means other ways, other means, not that means. Yeah, lots of people starved. Lots of people went hungry. You know. Yeah. It was atrocious what people did to people, but it is an interesting debate.
Oh no, we're just talking about those places, well-known places, not in fields and anywhere else.
Yeah.
Just well-known.
No,
places.
yeah, we're talking about we're not talking about fields. We know there are mass graves throughout the countryside in all eastern countries. We know, and there's still graves probably now that still haven't been found. Right? We're talking about the well-known places, because no one ever mentions
that had buildings.
Yeah, that had buildings, and fences round. Anyway, with
public transport
work
coming
sets
in.
you free. Yeah. See, that was a kick in the teeth, wasn't it? Like that sign above the gates. Arbeit macht frei. Work sets you free. Fucking mental, wasn't it? Madness. But anyway, that's that. That's consigned to history, and we all know that only the victors get to, or the people that are in control get to write the history. Ain't that right? Like I said, pinch of salt. Pinch of salt. And then we got people standing with these people, which is winner. That's right, Dave. Winner writes history. End of story. But to me, personally, if it weren't for Boomer and people like that showing me, right,
Hard
what
evidence.
happened, hard evidence, he actually showed me grave sites, and little plaques saying, in this village, all these people were killed. In this village, all these people were killed. In this village, all these people were killed, right? And all these bells and shit. If I wouldn't have seen that, if I didn't, I knew shit was going on in Ukraine for years, right? But most people think Ukraine war started on the 24th of February 2022, right? Not the 8 years previous.
2014.
Well, 2014, but I would say America's had hand in Ukraine for the last 60 years.
Yeah, the
70
CIA's
years,
been in
mate.
there stirring trouble since the 50s.
Yeah.
They're the ones that got Bandera and all those nationalists out into Germany. They were living in Germany.
Yeah.
They died there.
Yeah. So we know that the states have been meddling in Ukraine for since the 50s. So it's all bollocks, isn't it? And like I keep saying, to me that war is no different to what we did when we went to the Balkans. It's no different.
Or Libya.
We were
Iraq.
Well, yeah, or Libya, Afghanistan. What is it? Is the West allowed to do it, right? But no one else can. No one else can.
And what about the Yemen war that's going on? How come there's nothing about that? That's happening now.
Exactly.
Oh, that's right. They're just Arabs. Forget them.
I'm not saying Putin's a great guy, but it's a bit like, to me, I look at him. If you want to go to his country and work and provide and contribute, he don't give a fuck who you are, as long as you stand for the traditions.
He just says, don't change our culture and our values. You can come and do whatever you want.
Yeah. You can come and do whatever you want, but don't change our culture and values. And that to me, that would be the sort of dictator I would be. Well, it's not a dictator, a leader. You got to respect my culture, but I equally respect yours. Who knows? I don't know. Who's for Putin? Who's against him? Who think, because there's good and bad in everybody, isn't there? I'm not saying he's a great guy, because lots of people have obviously died and been killed.
Yeah, but they were forced into it.
And that's right, Dave. Gaddafi was only killed because he threatened to have the gold.
Yeah, he did it too early. He had to wait.
Yeah, and that's why they created that to have him taken out. But I've only ever heard, what the research that I looked into there, that Gaddafi was technically, he was all right. He was doing good for his people.
Yeah.
But we're told he was a complete dictator.
Free education up to university. If you couldn't do that, he paid to go to other countries. That's why you saw him in London and all that, going universities there. Free house, everybody. Free loans.
Weren't they doing something about the internet as well? I'm sure.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. Libya was a paradise, somebody's saying.
Yeah.
And what is it now? A shithole. Because why? The West meddled with it. Putin did the same as Germans. Germans who went to Poland to save German-speaking speakers. Putin saying Russian-speaking. Yeah, he went to the regions, Donbass, Donetsk, didn't he? The regions that were predominantly Russian-speaking.
Well, that's because they're being shelled and killed for the last 8 years.
Well,
and the water cut off.
And they vote. It's a bit like the old the vote they just had, and they all voted to go back to Russia, didn't they? Unanimously, unanimous vote, and they're not honouring the vote, are they? Mental. I'm a Yank. My own government, FBI, CIA, Justice Department are against me. I am supposed to hate Russia. Putin isn't calling me a white supremacist and trying to cut my son's dick off. No, you're quite Matthew. I like that. I quite like that. I like that.
Well, it's like that commercial Santa commercial they put out with Putin in it.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody's seen that?
Yeah, everyone's seen the commercial of Santa Putin, have you? Put a one in the chat if you haven't seen the Santa Putin advert. Because I did put it on YouTube, right? But YouTube messing with the algo. They kept turning my comments on and off. My comments kept on going on and off. Right? And they were messing. So I don't know. For all you people who haven't seen it, put a one in the chat if you haven't. There's a few ones.
You can play it here.
Seen it. I'm going to play it here. That's why I'm putting a one.
Yeah. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Guess what? I can't. I deleted it. Shit. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Tell me to shut up, people. I'll find it now. Ah, you bugger. Let me get in here. Because he sends me so much shit. Oh no, where is it? Oh no. I have to find it in my group now. Talk amongst yourselves. Because I deleted it yesterday. Because I don't keep anything. Well, I have. It's on external drive. I've got to fucking find it now. Oh, they were there. I did have the pictures of the SS flag. I've just found them halfway up my Telegram channel. Oh, I have got the video of the guy getting... Has everybody seen the video of the guy, running into that barber shop? I download that one as well, just in case the people haven't seen that, and I can't see the chat in a minute. Just give me a minute, I'll find it. I got so much on this Telegram, it's unreal. I watched Fox News as well. Guffield, the story is getting bigger and bouncier. It was the parents are hiring lawyers at a school over a trans teacher at Oakville Trafalgar High School in Ontario, Canada, where they wear giant prosthetic tits. And her top is a little bit revealing. You can see her areolae and fucking nipple. Anyway, I gotta find that video. Where is it? Santa Putin. Because I did put it on my channel. Because I can't find it where you sent me it. Oh. So I will find it. Where is it? Timothy Robbins expresses remorse for turning on the unvaccinated and unmasked people. We turned into tribal. Yeah, you did. you all turned into cunts, and you can drop dead for all I care, because your apology.
But you know why he changed his mind?
Why? Because his
He was
dad.
in London. He was in London for obviously doing acting stuff, and he heard all this noise in Soho where he was staying.
Yeah.
And he went out, and it was one of the freedom protests, and he walked through them. He had a mask on, but he walked through them and talked to people. And then the next day, there was all these reports of far-right Nazis, and he was going, "What? They were right." So that sort of shook him.
Yeah.
And then he thought, "Oh well, all these people are going to get sick." And then 4-6 weeks later, no one got sick, and he went, "Okay, what's going on?"
See?
There you go. There you go.
Well, there you go. Got it. Right. Santa Putin. Here we go. Not screen share. It's add source, local video, add this one, and I'll play it, and then I can have a pee quickly. So let's go. And there you have it. So whatever I make of that, did anyone spot what Santa changed when he came to visit at the request of the little boy that was dressed and raised as a girl? Did you notice who Santa was?
Santa got rid of all the LBGT stuff.
Yep, and he replaced
made the parents,
mum and dad.
Mum gave the trans girl boy toys.
Mm-hmm. And took all the books away and replaced it with a drum kit.
Yeah.
Well, it was a Christmas decoration by the look of it. And that. Yeah. So all the book is I don't know. Santa was Putin. It looked like Putin. Whether or not it was, I don't know.
It was.
It's
on TV in Russia. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is what I mean. This is the benefit we've got. Look, we've got someone who's in Belarusia, who's married to a Belarusian. So we are blessed with people that can say what's going on of the, not what the West is pumping out. opened my eyes a lot, because truthfully, I might not have believed them about the narrative about what happened during the pandemic, but looking at what we've all been told about Putin and what he's like and what he's doing, I certainly might have been questioning whether or not it was Russians' fault or not. I probably wouldn't have came to the assumption that I came to straight away, that, and done the research that I did into the history, and then found out, oh fuck me, the war didn't start in February this year. It's been raging for decades, and they're practically both as bad as each other. And I'm not saying, they're shelling each other, and that's what you would do, isn't it? If you're not just left alone to get on and be Russian if you wanted to be Russian in Ukraine. All right? It's not. They didn't want any Russians in Ukraine.
They
So isn't that sort of genocide?
They were forcing everybody to stop even speaking Russian, which was their native tongue.
Isn't that sort of genocide?
It is. That's why they went in. It was genocide, and they cut the water off.
Well, didn't they destroy the wine region?
Oh, that's in the Crimea as well. Yeah, but even Donbass, they cut the water off.
Yeah. Sorry, in Donbass they cut the water off. In Crimea, yeah.
They cut the water off there and destroyed all the wine industry and everything down there too.
Yeah.
And most people don't remember that Ukraine only started in when was it, 1917 or 6? I can't remember, but it's only that far back. And it was only a nation for a couple of years, and that was the USSR then after that.
Mm-hmm. It was, technically it's always been Russia.
Yeah, and only Khrushchev gave it to him because obviously they didn't think the USSR was going to collapse, so it didn't matter, did it?
It's all a lie. Everything's a lie. And we're American and the West. We are at fault, mainly UK and America. We're always at fault. Ukraine army bombed a hospital a few days ago. Yeah, but then when the Russians bombed the university, but they didn't say that was a recruitment center, was it? They were using it as a recruitment center or something like that. They bombed that fucking university. And then what about that supermarket? That supermarket went up. That didn't look, it didn't look like used, like anyone was in there. Car park was empty.
It was empty.
Yeah.
It's just full of weapons, that's why.
Yeah, because it was full of weapons.
That's why it went up so well.
Exactly. All that munition that was stored in there. And you got to think, they pull out their armaments out of tower blocks. They were putting, their tanks and shit around tower blocks, right? And using human shields, because that's technically what it is.
A war crime.
That's a war crime, using human shields.
Yep.
And we're funding these people. Come on, you know what I mean? Is this not? And you know what I mean? That's why. And I'm a Putin lover. I'm a Putin lover. No, I'm not, because I think war's deplorable, all right? But it's human nature, isn't it? Yeah, that's right. Enoch, the Ukrainians are using civilians as human shields, same as Hamas. That's what I'm against. I'm against
all these terrorist attacks. All these terrorist attacks are taught by the US to these places.
I'm against all Nazis and all pedo protectors and pedophiles. Right? End of story. That's my, left or right, or wherever you sit. That's where I am. Against all Nazis. Feature tactics from the Azov. Netflix and Doritos eating bread.
Also, I don't think people realise how much the Russians and that hate Nazis.
Yeah. Wasn't that one of the top things within the Minsk agreement? He was to rid the whole of Ukraine of all Nazis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they had a vote in the UN the other day of not glorifying Nazi and all this sort of thing, and the UK and US and all that abstained or voted no, I think.
Yep.
Against it.
Yep. That's a good comment by Sovereign Joe. Well, to be more accurate, Chris, it's our terrorist government run by the Norman Norse aristocracy and royals, bankers and corporations. They can't have any lawful authority whatsoever. No. Good comment. It's like I keep saying, it's not the English that fucked this country. It was the British. New 27 letters of Western countries all say build back better. You know something is up. It's lockstep, isn't it? Lockstep. We read about that. That's old news. Lockstep. First, right. The first thing they had to do for Agenda 2030, right? They all had to get on the same hymn sheet, singing from the same hymn sheet. Lockstep. Right? We're all in lockstep now. That's happening. We're all, where else in history have you ever heard that we're talking about the same thing in every single country throughout the world? Pandemic, pandemic, pandemic. So they locked us, stepped us, so they got everyone thinking on the same page, and now they're locking everything. You look at finances now, currencies are almost equal, or they were a few months back, almost 1-for-1 on the dollar, almost 1-for-1 on the euro. So we were all coming equally on our currencies, weren't we? So we were locking, stepping on finances. But I'm not an expert of it all. I'm just a guy that reads a lot of shit. Yeah, but Dave, I've had this discussion, right? Cash is king, right? Cash is king. Always has, always will be. But the day they turn around and say that cash in your pocket is worthless, you cannot spend it.
And that's what's going to happen.
And that's what's going to happen. It's not king then, is it?
There's going to be a currency or some bad thing happening in one of the major countries, and they'll switch to digital. And they will say, let's use the UK as an example. So they switch to digital overnight. So you wake up in the morning, tough shit, and they'll say, okay, you've got so much money in the bank, and we'll give you a 1-to-1 swap, but we'll only do that up to 20,000. The rest of it, you'll have to wait if you've got more money. Here's 10,000 to go and spend because the government's got no debt anymore, and the old debt is in useless money. And everybody goes, woohoo, and goes and buys crap. And that's it. And then within 2 or 3 weeks, every other country will switch. And it doesn't matter if you're still using cash, like Chris said, cash will be worthless because you can't use it. And you can see Brazil as an example because they've done it 2 or 3 or 4 times in the last 40 years. They've reset and started the currency again.
Yep.
And they'll do the same thing. You'll have no choice.
Fiat currency's finished. Gone. Because you know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. It's a horrible reality to say, right? That cash is great. We can bark on about people to say, rather than going into the stores and tapping your card on the contactless, go to the cash point first and draw that money out. Inevitably, it's not going to make a blind bit of difference because they go, that cash is not worthless. You have to spend this now. End of story.
And from that point, there'll be no more new millionaires or billionaires.
No, no, you wouldn't be allowed because it would be a club.
Yep.
Because they can control that club then, who they let in. Now at the moment you can play the lottery, all that sort of shit will go. Right? You can play the lottery and elevate yourself to one of the richest person in the United Kingdom with the amounts of money the Euro Millions give out now. 130, 140, 50 million. you're elevated to a very rich person within the United Kingdom, and you actually get into the old magazine published of rich people. Do you think they're then, if they can control that, they're going to let every man and his dog in that club? No.
That's why they're all buying hard assets now.
Yep. Getting rid of their cash, aren't they? They're dumping it.
Mm.
They're dumping it and buying assets. Said it all along, and I only get 99 people on listening to me. Mental, isn't it? Mental. NATO slowly creeping up Russian borders and going back on the agreement. Well, I said the ground's happening. That's happening. I honestly think it's madness. It's the clown world.
I've dinner time here, so I'm going.
Yeah, I'm going now anyway because it's how long have I been on? 2 hours, 3 hours.
Yeah. What is it? 20 to 3 then.
Yes, 20 to 3.
Yes. Good everybody. Merry Christmas. Have a
Merry
good
Christmas.
time.
Have a good day tomorrow.
And I'll talk to everybody later. Bye.
All right. See you later, Boomer. Merry Christmas. On that note, ladies and gents, I'll get some on here. Hang on. No face detected. Okay. Go into there. God, don't you hate it, all these things. I just had somebody. Anyone know any brownies? Anyone want any brownies? I can't deliver mine. You'll have to come and get them. Nobody? Hang on. Let's read it. Any chance you know anyone for brownies? They're today, and they're potent but mad tasty. Any edibles? Anyway, let's get this up. Let's get this up. I don't know. Let's start winding this down on the Christmas festivities. Well, thank you, Tony, Paul, Dave, BCTV, Gimp. I don't mean that in a nasty way either. Matthew, FM 101, Stan, Bruno. Thank you for joining on this Christmas Eve. I was going to say Christmas Eve then, but it's not, is it? It's Christmas Eve. Don't eat too much. I don't care if you drink too much. That's up to you. As long as you're not getting behind the wheel of a car. Let's not contribute to the annual death toll that drink drivers at Christmases, because normally it's not the driver themselves that gets killed. It's normally somebody else. So that's my annual drink drive warning. Thank you very much. But until the next time, I'd just like to thank everyone that's helped me this year, last year, and the year before. I don't do it for myself. I do it for everybody else. I haven't been out many times this year because I haven't seen anything worthwhile, really, to actually film. Because nothing's going to change, is it? We just have to enjoy what we've got at the moment and batten down the hatches, because the shit storm's about to happen. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Thank you for 2022. I will see all of you in 2023, and it's going to be a good year. You may see me before, but until then, I've been your host, Tyrant Finder UK, and you've been you. Bye now.